Howdy folks, Greyhawk4x4 coming at you again, your resident vintage gamer, and this is going to be a vlog. The very first vlog of 2016. Let's hit it. Let's kick things off with talking about the very first D&D episode back here for the new year. It was actually New Year's Day evening. We had our very first gaming session of the year, and we had our usual cast of characters. Had a great time. There was a couple little stories I wanted to tell about that. I don't know if you haven't seen. I did a video a little while ago, a couple weeks ago or something, and I talked about. There was an interchange or exchange between one of the players and the dungeon master, something to the effect of he had been horribly injured by a troll, almost killed, and matter of fact, I can't remember. He might have been killed, and we had to get him resurrected. I can't remember. Regardless, he was horribly damaged by this troll, either maimed or killed or whatever. We got him restored, the whole bit. And there was a die roll that was necessitated to know whether or not he was horribly scarred from the incident. So the DM rolls the dice, and it turned out he was not scarred. And this the player was noticeably disappointed. He actually wanted his character to actually be horribly scarred from the incident. He felt that added to the character. And the DM, of course, came up with a real quick retort saying, "Better luck next troll." So we all got a laugh out of that and everything else. So fast forward to this last episode that we just had, and this time it was my turn. I played the Dwarf Barbarian, and we were fighting a couple of trolls, and the DM, as he has a tendency to do against me for some reason, he rolls a critical. He confirms the critical, and then he rolls on his special little percentile die sheet there that tells him exactly what happened based upon what type of attack it was or whatever. And bottom line is, it was a bite attack, so I was bitten. My character was bitten by the troll, puncturing internal organs and rendering me instantly unconscious and to die within 6 rounds if I'm not assisted. So I'm laying there dying. Luckily they killed the troll and rescued me in time, so I did not die. But of course this necessitated, once again, the die roll to know if I was going to be horribly scarred. And so he rolls the die, and yes, my dwarf is horribly scarred from the incident. Not only that, which I'm not upset about, because I'm a dwarf. I should be scarred. Damn it. I've been in battles. I'm battle hardened. So, but he says that part of it is that I have a notice because it damaged my spine and my back or whatever. So I'm while I've been cured and everything, I've been healed and everything, I do have a shift to my walk now. I have a little bit of a crooked back from the injury, and so the DM says, you've got scoliosis. He goes, no, you've got trolliosis. So there you go. That is the next chapter in being viciously attacked and almost killed or maimed by trolls, and the new vocabulary that we've come up with. Better luck next troll and trolliosis. So there you have it. So that was the D&D episode, and in addition to that, of course, there's a Steam sale going on, and so there is all these different games that you want to buy. You want to take advantage of the sales, but you have a backlog. We all have backlogs on our Steam library of games that we have yet to play, but yet we can't turn down buying these other games because they're just the deals are so good. So one of my friends, who actually is in my Pathfinder group, he actually helped me out a little bit. Out of the blue, this is after Christmas, and I get a Steam thing saying that you've been gifted The Witcher 3 by my friend, and which I appreciate it immensely. So I finally finished Fallout 4 after 190 hours. I finished Fallout 4. That doesn't mean I'm not going to go back and work on my settlements and other things, but I finished the main story and all that. What a game. So anyway, I start up The Witcher 3, and I realize a couple things. Number one, it is, as everybody has already said, I have it on Ultra, and it is incredibly beautiful. The graphics are amazing. The cinematics are amazing. And I haven't gotten very deep into the game. And the reason is, I realized shortly in that they're talking about characters. Now, I am maybe halfway done with the very first Witcher. Maybe a little bit more than halfway. And they're mentioning characters that are in Witcher 3 and things that are happening to them that are in Witcher 1. And I haven't finished the game yet. And I realized that my intent is always to try and follow the storyline. So I'm going to have to go back and finish Witcher 1 and then do Witcher 2 before I can start Witcher 3 up properly. Because I don't want The Witcher 3 to spoil things from the first two games that I haven't even done yet. You know what I'm saying? Like if they were to mention someone being dead that's still alive in Witcher 1, that would kind of piss me off because I haven't got to that point yet. You know, it'd be a spoiler. So anyway, so yes, I did get it as a gift. It was greatly appreciated, but I've got to hold off. I've got to finish the other ones first. Now that Fallout, I'm dialing back on Fallout, I can go back and try and finish some of these other games. Which leads me into something else. One of the things I do on Steam is, especially during the Steam sales, is I try to find some of these what I call smaller titles that maybe, you know, they're not Class A titles, they don't sell a lot of copies or whatever, but they look unique, and that they're because of the Steam sale, they're literally dirt cheap. And I found a couple of those during this Steam sale, and I had to get them because they were just, you know, so cheap. One of them, well, I got Her Story. Now, Her Story, that's the title, is it apparently was pretty successful. It was highly critically acclaimed. People liked it as well. They reviewed it very well, and it did well at the Video Game Awards. So it may have been, it was a smaller title. It wouldn't what you'd be called a Class A, but apparently it did do very well. But I bought it just because of what I'd heard about it and the fact that it was a full motion video game, which you don't see a lot of anymore. And it just has one actress doing the entire thing. You don't hear anybody else's dialogue or whatever. It's just her on the screen, and you're playing a detective, and you're watching video clips of her testimony about a murder and that type of thing. And I won't say any more about it, other than I think it was $5 or whatever, you know. And so it was well worth the $5. It would have been worth $20, you know. So that was an enjoyable title. Another one was it was called Beginner's Guide. Now, if you have ever played the Stanley Parable, which is a very unique, one of the most unique titles ever to be put out, the guy who did the Stanley Parable, and if you haven't played the Stanley Parable, you need to. It's a unique. I can't even. There's no describing it to you. You just have to go play the Stanley Parable. It doesn't take very long. It's only a couple of hours long, and it's probably dirt cheap right now. I didn't see what it is. You can't go wrong. just pick it up. Anyway, the guy that did that did this game called Beginner's Guide, and it's not really a game. It's more of a narrative experience that you go through, and he walks you through, and you're controlling yourself going through and it's a very, 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 it's not, I don't even want to call it a game. It's not really a game. It's not. It's, like I said, it's a narrative experience, and you will, if you go through it, you will come out of there feeling something. You'll either be feeling anger, you'll be feeling frustration, you'll be feeling, there's all these different things that you could be feeling. you will feel something if you finish that all the way through. It's a very unique experience. I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but that was another small one. There's one called, and I've got to look at my notes here. Home is Where One Starts. It's 74 cents. 74 cents on Steam right now. So I picked up. I have not played it yet, but it's 74 cents, 74 pennies. I had to get. I mean, and the reviews on it, the player reviews, it was very positive or mostly positive reviews or whatever on it. 74 cents. You know, when I see titles like, I just pick them up. You know, I throw them on there. You know, that's why I've got 420 titles on my Steam account. You know, and I will play it one night. You know, where I'm sure it's not a very long game. It looks like a very small game, probably small title, and it probably will be something to just break some monotony up. You know, like those other ones I played last night and today kind of broke up. I got done with Fallout for a while, broke up the monotony a little bit, and then got into The Witcher. So now I can kind of reset and go back into and start up with The Witcher 1 again. But I like these smaller titles like that to kind of break up monotony once in a while, you know. So that's it. Gaming vlog. That's what's been going on. If you watch this and the Steam sale is still going, you may want to check out some of these. And from time to time, you may want to do what I do. Just go on and kind of look up some of the smaller titles and see what the people have said about them, and maybe it'd be worth picking up for yourself. That's it, guys. I plan to do a Beer 30 later today. Got something special planned for that. So we'll catch you on the flip side.